everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Before we get started, make sure you click the subscribe button down there if you like this kind of content, and also make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment to let me know your thoughts. Okay, it was only yesterday that David Eason posted this on Instagram, and he said, "You will always be the love of my life, Jenelle. I'm so happy that we have become so close and bonded recently." The photo was of him and Jenelle at a beach along with a boat and their kids. I mean, the photo is just of the two of them, but they had taken the kids out on a boat during this time when it's interesting. You probably don't want to be out, but whatever. And David was claiming that they were happy and in love. Jenelle did an Instagram or a YouTube video about a week ago and said that she and David were back together. They were working on things. It was so much better. She denied a lot of the things that she had said in a statement and a paper that she filed in Nashville. And she said that nothing ever happened. And then she also went on to say that she and David were back together working things out, and that they were committed to dealing with the issues that they had had and working through their problems. Additionally, she claimed that none of that stuff happened. Okay. Fast forward to 24 hours. Actually, it wasn't even 24 hours later after he posted this. Another account on Twitter. There's been this account on Twitter that's been sort of circulating about called truthteller_88. Now, anyone that follows them knows that David was born in 1988, and this account appeared around the time that the two of them split in the fall. The account had promised to leak a lot of information related to Jenelle, but stopped when a TRO had been enforced and not allowed him to speak. Now, we know that that was dropped, and shortly after that was dropped, the two of them reconciled and he was seen in Nashville. Then within a couple days, she was wearing her wedding ring. Her name on social media was changed from Evans to Eason. Everything looked to be hunky-dory. Most people that follow this couple have only just been waiting for the next shoe to drop because of the less than stellar ability these two have in communication. Not only that, Jenelle admitted that when she went back to him that she was struggling with being single, and that she went back because of some financial issues related to being unable to afford an apartment while also maintaining a home in North Carolina. Now, yesterday in the video I did, I think that she also had trouble actually taking care of the kids, because even if you don't really like David, I do think that his biggest task as a father and a husband was being the stay-at-home dad while she was out gallivanting, pretending to launch a makeup company, as well as being on a show that she was subsequently let go of because of something that he did to their dog Nugget last April. Whew, it's already been a month. Can you believe it? Okay, already been a year. Can you believe it? So a lot of people are just like, okay, this isn't going to end good. Not at all. This is going to be terrible. Well, yesterday this Twitter account showed back up, and there it says, "You might be a word you call a girl that isn't when you want to be not nice to her about having relationships with men of the hokey pokey kind. If you obsess over a guy you did the hokey pokey with once, while you hokey pokey your husband and you tell him you love him. Yeah, you think I don't see you're checking his IG." And then someone said, And then they said, he said, like, on March 14th when they got back together, that she never actually hooked up with him. That because on Instagram, Jenelle, this guy that she hooked up with, the dude in Boston, he was saying that they did hook up and do the hokey pokey, and Jenelle said no, he was too full of liquor and he didn't do those things. Well, so she denied it, and he's just said, well, she admitted it. Yes, she just admitted it. So apparently Jenelle told David, according to this account, that she and Herb did the hokey pokey and David was not happy. Now, I should note, I don't know why he would be freaking out about this. They were separated, like literally not getting back together, unless they weren't separated and it was all a hoax, and then she did that anyway. Wouldn't that be a plot twist? So obviously this account keeps going, and I should say we don't know for sure that this is David, but we're pretty sure it's David. And he said, so I could see when they asked like, why would you get back together with her? So I could see my daughter every day, and so that I would know Kaiser was being taken care of. Whoa! He said, I know everyone thinks I hate him, but I love that little boy probably more than Jenelle does. Basically insinuating that Jenelle is not even bonded to her children, which a lot of people have thought. And he's claiming that he takes care of the kids more. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true, to be honest, even if he's a doodle face. Anyways. And then he went on to say, it doesn't change the fact that she made that crap up in the first place. So he's claiming everything that she wrote in that TRO was fake. It didn't happen. And he said that the incident with Kaiser in the car, that was her. She was apparently intoxicated or high and thought it was funny. And he says she videotaped it and then deleted it, but put that order that I did it. And then when someone asked her, why don't you release the information on her? He said that he would rather not destroy her life like she's done to him. And then when someone asked whether or not he could get custody of Ensley, he said, I wish it was that easy. I feel like the world is against me. But it's interesting that all of this started because he said, God, I'm so drunk right now. Where the hell are my keys? And then the night before that, he said, does anyone want to talk? I need an escape. Now, I wouldn't put too much stock in any of these statements, but it was this. My phone is smashed, so if anyone needs to get a hold of me on here, message me here. So she's basically claiming that she doesn't have a phone anymore. This is what she just posted on her Facebook, and she doesn't have a phone. And then he posted this morning, quarantine couples right now, and it has two dogs like sort of going back and forth at each other barking. And then she wrote this, someone take me away, far away, and then she deleted that one. And then she said, you can't trust a soul ever. When will it stop? So this is what she posted first, and it was like, okay, one of her friends must have told David about what happened with her. And this is maybe how he found out about it, why she admitted it, and then maybe why her phone ends up broken. Either way, your phone should not end up broken. BTW. He claimed on Twitter he was going to hold it together so that she couldn't use anything against him in another bogus TRO. We'll have to see if that happens. But then she posted this on Instagram. My kids are the only ones that make me happy. And then this. Someone on David's comments wrote, someone take me far away. And then they said, and now her phone is smashed. And Jenelle responded, yup. So part of me was like, is this an April Fool's thing? Like, is this for real? But it appears as though this is probably true because this has been going on their Instagram, on their social media now for a couple days. And it was only yesterday that he was on social media claiming to love her so much. Everyone knew when they got back together this was going to be a really bad idea, but I don't think anyone thought that it would blow up this quickly. And then there's this whole issue right now that everything in America is basically shut down. You can't really travel. You can't go anywhere. She's apparently too broke to be able to afford another apartment, which, by the way, how did she rent an apartment and then get out of that apartment in Nashville? It makes you wonder, like, why she so impulsively made the choice to get back together with him. Was it because she couldn't handle taking the care of the kids on her own? And then what's the stuff about the phone? Is the phone smashed? Is it not smashed? And, like, why is this thing with Herb, like, a big deal? Was this, like, a thing where, like, when they got back together, he was like, hey, I can take you back as long as you say that nothing happened with this guy. But technically, wouldn't it have mattered because they weren't together? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But it's David. And it's interesting that a lot of this would have happened when he claims that he was drinking because that's when their fights seem to escalate the most. And neither one of them has a history of being able to handle their intoxication levels. It's just really concerning. And I don't know what's going on. I can't imagine what it might be like if this is truly going on in their home right now, what's going on with the kids. They are stuck together because of what's going on in the world. And like, part of me is just like, I hope Barbara or someone in her life sees this and can like contact someone and make sure this is not like a hoax and make sure that everyone is okay, because we know that things can escalate. And I know that he claims that he didn't do anything to her, but I just literally don't buy that at all. I totally think that he does do things to her, and I do think that he isn't as kind as he thinks he says he is. That doesn't negate the fact that I think he probably does do most of the child care and cooking for the family, and I do think he's probably more bonded to the kids. I don't think anyone has ever questioned whether or not he's a good father. It's just whether or not he's a good partner. And then there's this whole issue about the phone and her not having one, which again is an issue. Like, how much longer will it be till we get another call from where she puts a call into, her favorite place she's got on speed dial before they can come over and see if everything at the house is doing well? I don't like this at all. And it's like, damn, I didn't expect it to happen this fast either. So, what are your thoughts? Is it real? Is it not real? I feel like all signs are pointing to this is real. I would say that this account on Twitter is either David or someone connected to him. And then, the fact that all of these things keep happening on Twitter and on Instagram, either that or they are playing an elaborate April Fool's hoax, which would be really sick and twisted if this was an April Fool's hoax. I really hope it's not, because I wouldn't play around with something that serious. Okay, so tell me what your thoughts are, you guys. Is this what you think it is, or is it not? And why did they even get back together in the first place? And yesterday, it was only this, just like the way we were. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.